Hey guys, how's it going? It's the animeoveranalyst here, and today's video is going to be somewhat of a review of One Piece chapter 1021. Yeah, as you can see, I'm going right off the top of my head here. I'm not really going to make like an official One Piece review because those reviews really haven't been doing too well on this channel, and it takes a lot of time to kind of take notes and do all this and that. So I'm kind of changing things up a little bit, and what I'm doing for this video is I'm just going to talk about Robin, because that's what this chapter was pretty much about. It was called Demonia. I saw Teching and Grand Line Review call it Spanish for demon. I'm not too sure about that because I'm pretty sure it's Diablo. But I could be wrong. Diablo could be just devil in Spanish. That being said, I really liked this chapter. I stated in my past reviews that I really wanted this Robin chapter. I really been wanting to see this fight between Robin and Black Maria, because of all the Straw Hats, Robin hasn't really had that much time to shine. Minus Brooke, I suppose. And I'll get onto Brooke probably in another video because I love Brooke as well. So, I really wanted to talk about Robin and kind of what she did this chapter. So in this chapter, she fought against Black Maria. And Black Maria was constantly taunting Robin, talking about how she is just a useless part of the crew. She's just dead weight. She doesn't do anything. And just typical bad guy stuff where you hear the bad guy talk smack and you know they're going to get their ass kicked. It's just that simple. And so it was really quite funny because she's taunting Robin. It's to the point where she's like literally beating the shit out of Robin, and she turns over to Brooke and tells Brooke, hey, you gonna do something about this, Brooke? Because, she's pretty much useless. You seem to be a whole lot more useful than Robin. And Brooke's like, bitch, you should just pay attention to your own fight. Brooke's out there ticking out numbers left, right, and center. He's just like, woohoo, yo, I'm gonna take all you out. He actually takes like 3 or 4 of them out, including a numbers or headliners. He takes them all out in like one blow at the end of this chapter, which is really cool. I really liked that. So, in this chapter, we get Robin very, very pissed off. And I like that. I like seeing the emotion that Robin has. Robin was pretty much one of my favorite characters. Like, in early One Piece, people were talking about how Nami was like best waifu, and I was sitting there like, well, I kind of like Robin. Mainly because Robin's just, her personality is so cool, and she's got such a badass devil fruit power with the Mono no Mi, the hand fruit. It's so cool. Mysterious to me in a way as well, because a lot of the times she keeps to herself. She doesn't talk too much. She kind of doesn't have much of a personality, which kind of started driving me nuts a little bit later on. Like, I couldn't quite figure out her. We have Sanji, who goes nuts about women. We have Zoro, who's just the stoic badass who kind of believes in the Bushido code. Nami's just how she's the comedic relief character. Money hungry and all that, but that's Nami. Robin, to me, is real interesting, and Oda states that Robin's like the mother of the crew, and for a while he stated that Frankie would have been like the father of the crew. And that made a lot of sense to me. Mainly after the Enies lobby arc, when you see that Robin and Frankie are pretty much the more mature ones. Now, during the Enies lobby arc, I thought Frankie was pretty ridiculous, because he is. And that's fine. At first, he kind of annoyed me, not going to lie, but after a while, I started getting used to him, and I'm really liking his personality now because of just how mature he is. And I guess that's also why I like Robin, because Robin, in a way, she is incredibly mature, but she allows herself to kind of joke around. Even though some of the jokes are kind of, I won't even say kind of weird, because some of it I wonder is like dry humor, and some of it maybe she is just letting loose and being a little bit silly. So, for example, uh, Luffy comes up with names for people that he can't remember with. And so, to remember Marco, he pretty much went up to Robin, and Robin's like, pineapple head guy. And Luffy's like, oh yeah, that dude. And that was just a funny scene because Robin knew what Luffy was thinking. And that also kind of makes me wonder, maybe Robin is just very in tune with everyone's emotions. And maybe that's why she stays silent a lot. Which makes me think of myself, honestly. Kind of plug myself here, I suppose. I'm a very personal kind of person, I suppose. I really, really listen to people. In fact, I kind of joke with myself that I'm like the therapist at work or whatnot, because a lot of people come to me with their problems and talk things over with me. And I'm thinking that's maybe why I like Robin so much now, because Robin listens to everyone and she gets people. Like, of all the Straw Hat members, she is the most calm and collected, and she straight up listens to people and kind of goes along with some of their BS. Like, when Sanji is going around kind of going like, Robin-chan or whatnot, she's like, oh yeah, that's just Sanji being goofy. Like, I like that. I actually really like that, because you get to see a nice kind of cute side to Robin. So, yeah, I just really wanted to make this video. Oh, I didn't even talk about Demonia. So, the whole chapter towards the end with Black Maria taunting Robin, Robin goes into her devil form, which is amazing. I love Robin's demon form. So, it's a new power that she learned from Koala and Sabo back when, I guess it was when she was with the revolutionaries during the 2-year time skip. Personally, when I took a look at that panel, I thought that it was immediately after Dressrosa, but I could be wrong. I saw that both Liam from Grand Line Review and Tekking 101 also, they both said it was during the time skip, but I thought it looked very much like Dressrosa, like the ruins of Dressrosa, but I could be wrong there. Regardless, they both train Robin freshman karate and some other cool moves, which is fantastic. I loved seeing this power up from Robin because she has such an OP fruit. It's so cool just being able to like be like a chiropractor, practically twist people into knots just out of random. And then just her being so fucking pissed off and turning into the demon, because everyone calls her the demon child because that's what the world government blamed her as. They called her the demon child because she learned to read poneglyphs, and she knows a little bit about the history of the One Piece world, you know, the Void Century. And she's going after all these poneglyphs in the Void Century. So literally, they're tracking her down because she's a threat to the whole world, the mask that the world government is trying to portray. That's why she is so vital. And I just love this form so much. It's so badass. And she takes out Black Maria. Just one-shots her. Amazing. Just purely amazing. So I just really wanted to talk about Robin, and I'm probably going to do another one of these type of videos with Brook, because I love Brook as well. I love his backstory. He's probably one of my favorite Straw Hats, if not my favorite Straw Hat, which is kind of ironic because he's one of the least developed Straw Hats. He's so underdeveloped, which is really sad, but I think he's got a lot of potential. So I am extremely excited to see if Brook develops at some point more. Anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. Comment down below what you think about Robin and her new form. Anyways, I'm the Anime Overanalyst, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.